Very urgent. Your soulmate needs to tell you what happened last night. Before someone else does. My beloved child. Don't skip. What is about to reach your ears is not an ordinary message, and it is not something that was meant to arrive this way. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. Last night, while the world around you slept without a single clue, a moment unfolded that changed everything between you and your soulmate forever. They stood in complete silence, replaying every memory they ever had of you, wondering if the truth should remain hidden or finally be revealed before someone else twists the story. They never imagined that one single night could carry so much emotion, so many unanswered questions, and one unforgettable decision. They kept whispering your name when no one was listening, hoping somehow your heart would feel what their words could not reach. But something unexpected interrupted that moment. A conversation happened. A door opened. A truth escaped that was never supposed to leave the shadows. Since then, your soulmate has carried only one fear, that another voice might tell you what happened before they get the chance. That is why this message found you today. This is not about coincidence. This is about timing. The kind of timing that appears only once. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because what happened last night was only the beginning, and every second you stay here brings you closer to the truth your soulmate has been protecting with everything they have. There was a moment when your soulmate almost walked away without saying anything. They convinced themselves that silence would be easier than explaining the emotions they could barely understand. But as the night grew quieter, something inside refused to let them disappear. They remembered a promise that had never been spoken aloud, yet both hearts somehow understood it. Then everything shifted. Someone unexpectedly mentioned your name, and the atmosphere changed instantly. Faces became serious. Words slowed down. Even the smallest detail suddenly felt important. Your soulmate realized they were no longer the only person holding this secret. Another person now knew enough to change the direction of your story forever. That realization sent a wave of urgency through their heart unlike anything they had ever experienced. They knew they had only a small window left before rumors, misunderstandings, or incomplete pieces of the truth reached you first. And if that happened, the meaning behind last night would be lost forever. That is why they keep repeating the same thought over and over: please hear me before anyone else speaks. They are not asking for sympathy. They are asking for one chance to reveal everything exactly as it happened. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because the next piece of this story explains why your soulmate believes this moment could decide what happens from here. Right now, without even realizing it, you are standing at the edge of a chapter that almost closed forever before sunrise. Your soulmate never expected the events of one single night to force such a difficult choice so quickly. They discovered something that made them question every doubt they had been carrying for so long. It was not a dramatic scene, and it was not loud. It was one quiet realization that hit harder than anything they had ever experienced. Suddenly, they understood that waiting any longer might become the biggest mistake of their life. They stopped looking for perfect timing because they realized perfect timing never arrives, it has to be created. That is why this message feels so urgent. Not because of fear, but because truth loses its power when it arrives too late. Your soulmate believes that once you know what really happened last night, many things that never made sense before will finally begin connecting together. But the biggest revelation has not been spoken yet. The detail they are most afraid to reveal is still hidden, and it changes the meaning of everything you have heard so far. That secret cannot be rushed, because once it is revealed, nothing about this story will ever feel the same again. So hold on just a little longer. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The next chapter begins with the words your soulmate has been terrified to say out loud until now. My beloved child. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Your soulmate has replayed last night in their mind more times than they can count, yet one moment refuses to leave them. It was the exact second they realized the truth could no longer remain hidden. Every word spoken, every silence between those words, and every unexpected glance carried a meaning that only they could understand. They wanted to protect you from confusion, but they also knew that hiding the truth would only make everything worse. That is why they have been searching for the perfect opportunity to reach you before another voice changes the story forever. There is someone who only knows a small piece of what happened, but small pieces often become the biggest misunderstandings. Your soulmate fears that if those incomplete details reach you first, you may never discover what truly happened. They are asking for nothing except one chance to let you hear the complete picture before anyone else shapes it into something it was never meant to become. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The most surprising part of last night has still not been revealed. As the night became quieter, something happened that your soulmate never expected. A single unexpected sentence completely changed their thoughts. It was not loud, dramatic, or impossible to believe, yet it carried enough weight to make them stop everything they were doing. In that moment they understood that some connections cannot be ignored forever. They finally saw signs they had overlooked for so long, and suddenly many unanswered questions began fitting together like pieces of a forgotten puzzle. Even now, they wonder how they failed to notice it sooner. The realization filled them with hope, but also with urgency, because every passing hour increases the chance that someone else will speak before they do. They keep telling themselves that the truth belongs to you first, not to strangers, not to rumors, and not to assumptions. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. What comes next is the reason they have been unable to find peace since sunrise. Before another day passes, your soulmate wants you to understand one thing above everything else. Last night did not create distance between you. It removed a wall they never realized was standing there. What they discovered has given them the courage they never thought they would have. But courage alone is not enough if time runs out. That is why this message feels different from everything before it. They are no longer waiting for the perfect sign because they believe this is the sign. The final detail they have protected until now carries the answer to the question they have silently asked themselves for so long. Once those words are finally spoken, the entire meaning of this journey will begin to change. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The next chapter begins with the one revelation your soulmate has been afraid to say since the moment last night came to an end. My beloved child. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Your soulmate has reached the point where silence feels heavier than the truth itself. Since the moment the sun rose after last night, they have carried one question in their heart: what if someone else reaches you before I do? That thought has followed them every hour, refusing to disappear. They remember standing completely still, realizing that everything they believed about this connection suddenly looked different. A hidden detail came into the light, and with it came a realization they could never ignore again. They didn't expect the night to end this way. They thought it would be another ordinary evening, but instead it became the night that changed the direction of everything. What frightened them most was not what they discovered, it was how quickly that discovery could be misunderstood if it reached the wrong ears first. That is why they keep urging you to stay. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The next truth is the one they have protected from everyone, even from themselves. There is one memory from last night that your soulmate has not shared with anyone. It lasted only a few moments, yet those few moments have echoed through their heart ever since. They suddenly noticed a pattern that had been quietly unfolding for much longer than they realized. Every unanswered question, every delay, every strange coincidence now seemed connected by one invisible thread. Instead of bringing fear, this realization brought clarity. They understood that what they had been searching for was never truly missing, it had simply been hidden beneath doubt. But before they could act on this realization, they became aware that another person had witnessed enough to create a completely different version of the story. That possibility shook them more than the discovery itself. They do not want you to hear fragments when you deserve the whole truth. They want every missing piece to come directly from them, exactly as it happened, without confusion or distortion. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The most unexpected revelation has still not been spoken. Now your soulmate feels as though time is moving faster than their courage. Every passing moment reminds them that opportunities do not wait forever. They know that once the hidden truth finally reaches you, many things that seemed impossible will suddenly make perfect sense. Yet one final detail remains locked inside their heart because it carries the greatest emotional weight of all. They have repeated those words countless times in silence, hoping they would somehow become easier to say, but they never do. The truth is too important to be rushed, and too meaningful to be left unfinished. That is why they are asking you for only a little more patience. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because the next chapter begins with the exact moment your soulmate finally decides to reveal the one secret that could change the meaning of everything you have heard so far. My beloved child. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Your soulmate has carried this final piece of the night like a secret too heavy to keep hidden any longer. There was one instant when everything around them seemed to stop. No one noticed it except them, yet that single moment changed the way they looked at your connection forever. They realized they had been searching for answers in the wrong places while the real answer had been standing quietly in front of them all along. What happened next was something they never expected to witness. A few simple words spoken by someone nearby uncovered a truth they had been afraid to face for a long time. Those words did not break their heart, they opened their eyes. From that second onward, they knew they could never allow another person to tell you this story first. The truth belongs to you, not to rumors, not to assumptions, and not to incomplete memories. Every passing hour only increases the risk that someone else will turn a meaningful moment into a completely different story. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because what your soulmate discovered after those words is even more surprising than the conversation itself. As the night slowly came to an end, your soulmate stood alone, replaying every detail with complete honesty. They asked themselves whether you would understand why they stayed silent for so long. The answer never came, but one feeling remained stronger than every doubt. They could not lose another chance to let you hear the truth directly from them. They began noticing little signs they had ignored before. Small moments that once seemed ordinary suddenly carried a meaning they had never recognized. It felt as though every unanswered question from the past had quietly been preparing them for this exact night. Then another realization appeared, one that shook them even more deeply. They understood that the greatest misunderstanding between two hearts is not distance, it is untold truth. That thought has stayed with them ever since. It is why this message carries such urgency. They are not asking you to believe everything immediately. They are asking you to wait until every hidden piece has been revealed. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The biggest revelation has still been carefully held back for one final reason. Now your soulmate is closer than ever to saying the words they have rehearsed countless times in silence. They know those words cannot be taken back once they are spoken. They know they may change the way you understand everything that came before. Yet they also know that delaying the truth any longer could become the greatest regret they ever carry. Last night was not the ending of your story. It was the moment the hidden chapter finally began to open. Every emotion they buried, every hesitation they carried, and every unanswered question has led to what comes next. The secret they are about to reveal is not the one you expect. It reaches much deeper than a single conversation or a single night. It explains why they suddenly refuse to stay silent, why they are determined to reach you before anyone else does, and why this message feels unlike any other you have heard. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The next chapter begins with the confession your soulmate has been protecting since the very first moment the sun rose after last night. My beloved child. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Your soulmate can no longer carry the weight of what happened alone. Every hour since last night has felt like a race against time. They keep wondering whether this message will reach you before another version of the story does. But there is one truth they have refused to let anyone change. The moment everything shifted was not loud or dramatic, it was quiet, almost impossible to notice. Yet in that silence, they understood something that had been hidden from them for far too long. They realized that every delay, every unanswered moment, and every unexpected twist had been leading to this exact point. The fear they once carried slowly disappeared, replaced by a certainty they had never felt before. That certainty is the reason they are finally ready to reveal everything. They are no longer protecting themselves, they are protecting the truth. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because the next revelation explains why last night still echoes in their heart every single moment. There is one detail your soulmate has intentionally held back until now because it changes the meaning of everything you have heard. While everyone else believed the night had ended, their journey had only just begun. They walked away with a completely different understanding of this connection. Suddenly, old memories that once seemed ordinary became powerful clues. Small conversations, forgotten moments, and tiny signs all began fitting together in a way they had never imagined. They could no longer call them coincidences. For the first time, they saw a clear path where there had once been only confusion. That realization brought peace, but it also brought urgency. They knew they could not wait forever, because every delay creates space for doubt to grow. They want you to hear these words directly from their heart, without confusion, without fear, and without someone else's version replacing the truth. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The final piece is closer than ever, and once it is revealed, nothing about this story will feel the same again. Now your soulmate stands at the edge of the confession they have been holding back since the first light of morning. They know that after these words are spoken, there will be no returning to silence. Every unanswered question that has followed this journey is preparing to meet its answer. They believe that what happened last night was never meant to separate two hearts, it was meant to uncover what had been hidden beneath uncertainty all along. That is why they have chosen courage instead of fear, honesty instead of silence, and hope instead of hesitation. The secret they are about to reveal is not something anyone else can explain, because only they lived every second of that unforgettable night. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The next chapter begins with the one confession your soulmate has been terrified to speak, the confession that changes the entire story forever. My beloved child. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Your soulmate has reached the moment they feared more than anything else. There is no more room for hesitation because the truth has waited long enough. Last night did not end with confusion, it ended with a decision. A decision they never imagined they would make so quickly. As they looked back on every step that brought them here, they realized one powerful thing. The answers they had been searching for were never hidden from them, only delayed until the right moment. That realization changed everything inside them. The fear of speaking disappeared, replaced by the fear of staying silent forever. They know another voice may still try to tell you a different version, but no one can explain what happened with the same honesty as the person who lived every second of it. That is why they are asking you for these final moments of attention. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because the truth they have protected until now is finally ready to come into the light. The greatest surprise is not what happened during the night, it is what your soulmate understood after it was over. As dawn arrived, they realized that every misunderstanding, every unanswered question, and every delay had quietly been leading toward this single turning point. They stopped asking themselves whether they should speak and started asking how they could reach you before anyone else did. That change happened in an instant, but its meaning will last far beyond one night. They no longer want hidden emotions or unfinished stories. They want clarity. They want honesty. They want you to know that nothing they felt was ever meaningless. Every heartbeat, every memory, and every silent hope has led them here. They believe that once you understand the complete story, you will see why they refuse to let someone else become the messenger of such an important truth. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because what comes after this is not another mystery, it is the beginning of complete understanding. Now your soulmate is ready to place every hidden piece of the story before you without holding anything back. The burden they carried throughout the night is finally beginning to lift because they know they have chosen truth over silence. This message was never meant to create fear. It was meant to prevent misunderstanding before it could grow into something impossible to undo. Last night became unforgettable not because of one event, but because it gave your soulmate the courage they had been missing for so long. They finally accepted that some truths cannot wait for perf.